The first board of the last round, I was faced with a decision that we had discussed a couple of weeks ago in comments, where I have a hand where I don't really have an appropriate bid over one club. I can't make a takeout double because I have short spades. My diamonds are just so crummy that I don't want to overcall a diamond. So my only real option if I want to enter the bidding at this point is to overcall my 4-card heart suit. And looking at the vulnerability, everybody's vulnerable. I really don't like to enter the bidding on a marginal hand when I'm vulnerable at match points, because one of the huge risks of overcalling one heart is that, you know, a competitive auction will start brewing and perhaps partner will overcompete to 3 hearts in a 7-card fit, and that would just be a disaster. And I really don't want to open the door to going minus 200. And so I decided I would just pass, and if I was non-vulnerable, I have to say I would have overcalled this hand 1 heart on a 4-card suit. My suit quality is very high. I really want a heart lead. That's one of the big advantages of overcalling a heart on this hand, is that you know you're going to get a heart lead from partner. So they responded a spade, and partner passed, and they rebid 1 no. So now I had a perfectly good takeout double. I had both the unbid suits, and partner's really going to have a good idea of that they know I can't have 5 hearts, or I shouldn't have 5 hearts, because it would be very strange for me to have a hand that couldn't act over 1 club with 5 hearts that now was able to make a takeout double. I might have had the reverse hand with 5 little hearts and king, queen, jack, 4th of diamonds, but I don't know. I don't think partner's expecting it. So I made a takeout double, and I went 2 spades. Partner competed to 3 diamonds, and they bid 3 spades. And now I passed, having said my piece, and self-thought for a really long time and bid 4 spades. And now that ended the auction. So I think Joel definitely reasoned that I'm very likely to have only 4 hearts, because he decided to lead a heart. And we played third and low, so his 3 of hearts, because I can see the 2, lets me know he has exactly 3 hearts. So I know Duclair has exactly 2 hearts. And I'm really happy that he's led a heart. So nothing really on the opening lead. They won the ace, and I played my 5. We could play upside down, and I didn't have to worry about the 5 being misconstrued as a high one, because the only low spot missing for Joel is the 4. Now Duclair played ace of spades and a spade, and my first discard, I wanted to tell Joel I really don't like diamonds, so even if my 5 of hearts was not a descriptive card to him, now he knows I've discouraged in diamonds, and the only reason I would discourage in diamonds is to say, please play hearts for me. So Joel cashed the king of spades, and I just kept throwing diamonds because they were useless. And now Joel came back to my heart, and I knew Duclair was out of hearts, so I just played a heart back anyway, and Duclair trumped it. Played the king of diamonds and overtook with the ace and finessed the queen of clubs. And so when looking at the hand, the opponents did very well to get to game. They had a strong no trump ups at 9. I would guess that if North opened 1 no trump, it would be my style with the south hand to just make a Texas transfer. But I'm sure in this field, and judging by how many match points we got, that most people look at 9 points and just transfer to spades and invite. So I don't think we got a good board, even though Duclair had missed an opportunity on this hand. They could have actually won the ace of hearts and come over to their king of diamonds before coming over to the ace of spades and playing the ace of diamonds to discard their heart. So they could have actually made 5, but it turned out we'd lost the board in the bidding. The opponents did great to get to game, and that 1 board to go. And on this, the final board of the event, I picked up this ugly collection that had nothing to think about as dealer. So I passed, and partner opened a diamond in 3rd chair, and it went take a double. So now I have this, a decision to make about whether I actually want to enter the bidding or not. I think it was pretty normal. I bid 1 heart. If there's a competitive auction, I have a nice 5-card suit, and my queen jack of diamonds should be pretty helpful cards to partner. So I bid a heart, and it went pass, and Joel bid 2 clubs, which I wasn't too unhappy about. And now North made another takeout double. So North has got a very strong hand. So I know that my opponents are going to compete in spades, and I don't really want them to bid 3 spades. I know they have a spade fit, so I decided that rather than passing and letting them bid spades, it would just be better for me to bid 3 clubs directly to sort of preempt them out of being able to bid their spades. And I do think that Joel's going to know that I don't have a good hand for 3 clubs. If anytime I had a very good hand here, I would redouble. And I'm limited, of course, by my original pass. So anytime I have an invitational hand for game, I would redouble. So my 3 club bid, he knows here, I'm just poking a 3 club bid to preempt the auction a little bit. And it went pass, and Joel passed, and North actually thought for a really long time and passed before he led a high heart. Now, taking a look at Joel's hand, my hearts, it looked like the opponents had a double fit, but I didn't necessarily want to preempt them out of bidding. I had all this defense, especially looking like the ace-king of hearts is on my right. I have a very nice defensive hand. That being said, this isn't going to be a very difficult hand for Joel to play. So I'm pretty happy we found our 9-card fit. It's never bad to go plus. So Joel trumped the opening lead, and he needed to get the dummy to take a club finesse, so he put a diamond up, and the diamond won in the table. So now he played a club to the queen, and it's really important to know that Joel knew that at some stage in the hand there was a chance he might have to rough a diamond to the dummy, so he didn't want to waste the jack of clubs. That could have been a very, very important card to rough with, so as to not get over roughed. So he just let a low club to his hand. And so if he had, let's say dummy had jack 9 of clubs, now he would have led the jack from the table so that he could retain the lead to finesse again if he needed to. Now, when that finesse lost, North played back another club, and Joel played a diamond and North won, and now North knew that whatever spade winners they had, they have to take it right away, because otherwise they were going to go away on diamonds. So they cashed the ace of spades, and at that point Joel just claimed making 10 tricks, and that's the end of the game. Alright, well, we made it. We finished the game, and I know that you were all anticipating to find out whether we won or not. Well, we won, and it turns out that we won by quite a while, and I think Joel and I both got up from the table thinking, alright, we got it, and because we shook each other's hand and say, well, and we said, I'm pretty sure we won, and we walked over and found out that we were pretty much a lock. And so it was pretty cool doing this with a first-time partner, and Joel was just a great partner all day, and he's an unbelievably good player. It's hard to describe the feeling when you put down dummy opposite somebody like Joel, just knowing that every time he's just going to take more tricks than everybody else. It's very relaxing, and as a first-time partnership, I felt like, as you saw in the first session, we had our mishaps, and we actually, on day 1, had far more mishaps than we did on day 2, and I'm sure that if we played day 3, we'd have far fewer. We were starting to groove. We really, it's very hard for a first-time partnership, but because of that element, I think both of us didn't put as many problems to our partners as we might have if we were playing with our regular partners. And so, thank you so much for watching. I've thoroughly enjoyed making this series. When I first started doing the series, I was thinking, I was very afraid, or not afraid, but self-conscious to put up all of my mistakes and all of my bad boards, and really, I had this feeling like, I wonder how it's going to seem. Is everybody going to think that we just got so lucky to win? Well, we did have our fair share of luck, and I'm sure that we couldn't have won without that luck. And we did make our fair share of mistakes, so there's a good chance that somebody else in the room played better than us today. But we both played really hard. We both tried really hard, and that's really what it takes at the end of the day to win an event. We couldn't have told you that it was going to be that day that we won, or the next time we played, or the next time. But if you show up to the table ready to play on every single board, things add up, and at the end of the day, this is a product of us working really hard all day and really just trying to do as well as we can on every board. And I have to say that doing the video series was really something, and by the time it got to the end, I really felt like I'm getting so much, or I've gotten so much out of just going over and analyzing my own play, and it just makes me realize that you as a viewer, you should try and do this yourself, and just go over boards and see what inferences you could draw, what mistakes you think you made, and look at the travelers and talk to people. It's really something putting all your boards up on a video and having people discuss them, and it's really, thank you commenters for all of your input. I've learned a lot from you and been forced to explain myself, which really sometimes has cleared up some incorrect thoughts in my mind. And I hope that everybody who enjoyed the series is sending it off to other people, and we look forward to doing some really cool new things like this on Bridge Winners in the future.